Hi there. In the last video, we spoke about the importance of drafting a will. We highlighted the significance and the protection that this document provides for your loved ones once you have passed. Now, it is equally important in the drafting process of a will and the manner in which you draft the will. Now, the will is a highly regulated document that is regulated by the Wills Act of 1953. Under Section 4, the Wills Act highlights the requirements of a valid will. So when you are drafting a will, ensure that you meet these requirements, of which one is that you are over the age of 16 when you're drafting the will. Two is that you have the mental capacity to draft that will. And thirdly, that you are a person who's written the will, meaning that the will can either be handwritten or typed out. Now, if you are handwriting your will, you need to ensure that you are not noted as a beneficiary of that will, or the person who's writing on your behalf is also not noted as a beneficiary in that particular will. And now, lastly, you need to ensure that in your will, you have a witness. So the witness has to be a person who's over the age of 14, who is also mentally sound, and that person has to witness in your presence. Now, Section 2 of the Wills Act also highlights the formalities that will ensure that your will is valid. And one of those formalities is for you to sign at the bottom of your will. You and your witness need to sign on that page, and if there is more than one page, every single page of your will needs to be initialed by you and your witness. Now, if the will is initialed with a dot, implying that the person who is initialing that will is a person who's perhaps physically disabled, that will needs to pass through the Commissioner of Oaths to ensure that the person who is actually or who is initialed and signed that document is indeed the person that is drafting that will, or on whose behalf that will is being drafted. So all in all, these are the important requirements of drafting a will in order to ensure that this will is valid and will take effect once you have passed. In my next video, I will highlight the dangers of drafting a will that does not meet the prescribed formalities. So to recap, a will has to be drafted in the manner that is prescribed by the Wills Act, and this means that the person who is drafting the will must be over the age of 16, must draft the will in writing, whether it is typed or it is handwritten, must also have the capacity to draft this will, meaning that they must be mentally sane. Fourthly, must have a witness who's over the age of 14, who will witness that will in their presence. Thank you.